What's up, beautiful people? It's Obi again, and then the name of the show is VOCAP. And on today's special episode, I am so nervous. I just can't believe I pulled this one. I've been planning for it for over a year now, and finally we are cutting to the chase. So what we have here is the Oman's finest in the game, entertainment, media. So to me, I feel like I'm a student. I'm here to learn. So she's a voice actor, radio presenter on Oman FM, and she's also a bilingual MC. So it doesn't get better than this. So, ladies and gentlemen, Asma in the building.
Oh my God!
Welcome.
What an intro, Obi! What
Yeah,
an
man.
intro! I'm blushing. You don't see it because
Yeah,
I'm black,
man.
but but I'm blushing right now. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
you, the finest.
I'm the
I try.
finest
I
in
try.
the
I
game,
try.
actually, yeah.
I try. How you
So
doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's really, you were the first female to be on this podcast.
Yay!
And you got to be the only one I could ever. It's just this sets the bar so high, actually. To get Asma here. It is a great pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it's
How
a
you
pleasure
feeling?
to be here. Like this is unnatural.
Yeah.
I feel like this is absolutely unnatural because usually
Yeah,
I'll be
definitely,
sitting
yeah.
on your seat.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think I'm ready for for the challenge, for the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to your podcast for a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'm here for what you do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the great support actually we can get. This sets the bar high, as I said. I didn't think I could just go this high, honestly. When I
Why
see the
not?
industry, I don't think I can. It's still too early,
Okay.
and I am in a good hands to be here actually to have you. So today I just wanted to let you to talk about your journey
Okay.
and the media, and you are multi-talented, I can say. So being a voice actor, being a bilingual MC, and most importantly having the Oman Muscat Candid,
Yes,
my
Muscat Candid.
go-to show every morning. Whenever I'm driving around,
Oh, it's
I'm just and I love your updates on weather.
Yeah. You do
Send the
listen to
traffic.
the show.
I listen
Yes.
to the show. I know how you're obsessed with the weather, and this is your. And during summer,
I know.
know.
You think there's not going to be much of a difference because it's kind of hot every day.
it's absolutely.
But
violent.
it does make a difference in my day, and it makes
Yes.
a difference to a lot of our listeners. Some
Definitely,
of
yeah.
our listeners, go diving and go to the ocean a lot. They are sailors.
Yeah.
So updates about the weather really
It's really
is really important
important,
to
yeah,
them,
yeah.
and your everyday listener as well gets to at least predict
Yeah.
how does this week look like.
It looked like yeah.
So
and,
is it like gonna
there
be, are we going from 38 to 46?
is-
Are
yeah.
we
I was
sticking
just,
to it?
in the middle of it, yeah. So your journey to media.
Okay.
How did it begin? Did you dream about being, a journalist, a presenter, something like that?
Somebody asked me this not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, Asma, did you ever imagine that you were going to reach where you reached?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I did. I definitely did. I envisioned most of this, if
Yeah.
not all of it. And I've exceeded my own expectations.
Definitely,
And that's
yeah.
what kind of makes this journey itself so precious to me. I'm very humbled by the process of it all.
By the process, yeah, definitely.
I started, my journey in media specifically started, this is my 5th year. So I started in 2021.
2021, yeah.
So I'm fairly young
Yes,
in the media
yeah.
world. But in terms of me being a creative, because that's the thing that drives everything,
Yeah,
school.
from school.
Talking about
Yeah.
from me being in school, I started writing, and that was it. I started writing, and everything kind of followed. I went through different realms of creativity throughout. So, you start with literature, so a little bit of poetry, and then you graduate, a little bit of songwriting and all of that. And then I started emceeing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, around just 12 years ago. This was pre-media.
Pre-media,
So
yeah.
I started emceeing a very long time ago, yeah.
Okay.
I think around 2013, 2014. I started emceeing
emceeing
then.
then,
And I did that for a couple of years and stopped. And just kind of ventured into my own career and focused on it for a
On
bit.
media, yeah.
Then the pandemic happened.
Yes.
The era that no one wants
No
to
one's,
remember.
yeah.
You know, it was that time.
Sets everything, yeah.
So I lost my job like a lot of people during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I had this new freedom to do absolutely anything I want to
you
do.
wanted to, yeah.
And at the beginning, it was frightening because I was
Yeah.
still trying to find a job. So
Yeah.
after a year of not finding
Not
anything,
finding anything, yeah.
I had an epiphany. I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I can
Yeah.
do absolutely anything it is that I want to do.
You were, yeah.
Okay, I have all this time, I have all this space, I don't have a job, I got nothing to, I can't go any lower,
And it all, yeah.
you know? So I can do absolutely anything I need to do. So
Yes.
if I am to do something, what would it be?
What would it be? Yeah.
And I want it to be the Oprah Winfrey of radio.
All right. Because I was about to ask you who motivated you, who you looked up to in media, like who's your idol in media?
I don't think I have idols,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of media characters that have inspired me.
Yes.
And one of them, for a good amount of time, was Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it's because some way, somehow she looks like me.
Definitely.
You know, some way, somehow she
I've
looks
seen-
like
I can
me.
see, I can see.
So
where
she
it's
shows me that
going.
there is a possibility
Yeah.
of showcasing more.
More, yeah.
And, like, emceeing is great, but it is a new experience with each and every event you host. You're learning to do this all over again.
All over again,
and,
yeah.
And a lot of MCs might even agree. However, when you're broadcasting, you have your own show, and you're the one writing it, and you're the one talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about.
Yeah, you're your own boss.
You can put the person that you are in the forefront.
Yes.
And
people
you
get to
can
know.
just trust in that and see if anybody relates. You know, I just like, I kind of like
You throw a hook.
threw a hook and I was like, let's see if it catches anything. You know? So that was kind of it. It started off as an epiphany. I reached out to Talal al-Shahri. I reached out to him and I met him through, you know, just through some mutual contact.
contacts,
And
yeah.
it was just one time.
Just one time.
I think that one time, or was it 2 times? And then, you know, we exchanged Instagrams and all of that. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I had an epiphany. And I woke up feeling like I should be on radio. And he's like, all right, come through to the studio, record a demo, and let's see where it goes.
Well,
I record a demo. The whole thing is like 10 minutes. And that's all
History was
it's kind of
born.
like history was born. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's how everything kind of started off.
Oh, yeah. So the journey started in 2021 after
Yes.
finding it. So what about emceeing? Yeah. You came back to it or?
I came back to it now when I joined radio.
Oh, okay.
I didn't MC much, you know, after I gave it some space, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, you can go to the side for a little bit. I wanted to do something that's a bit more personal to me and a bit more closer to the brand of Asma. I want to
Yeah.
like what I do.
Definitely, yeah, sure.
Like, I like making money, yes.
Of course.
I've been a hustler. I've had a job since I was
Yeah.
17. But I like to enjoy what I do.
Which, yeah.
And I got into stand-up comedy. I transitioned basically from emceeing to doing stand-up
yeah,
comedy.
stand-up
And I did
comedy.
that for a couple of years with different comedy groups across the Sultanate. Yeah.
I've been searching for stand-ups actually. I really, really love stand-ups comedies.
I got a
love
list. I got you.
attending. And,
I got a list.
And I'm searching all over the social media. Maybe they're in Arabic, I don't know, but I've never found one until I came across your video, as I told you, and I couldn't find it again. And I was like, oh my God, I just can't wait to see where she's going to do stand-up. I want to be there.
Yeah. I had to put a pause on that as well.
Yeah.
But I had some success in stand-up comedy.
Definitely.
I opened for Takara Williams twice.
Twice, yeah.
I've done a lot of shows. I've hosted a lot of comedy nights as well. I've worked with both Oman Comedy Central and Al Qahqaha Club. So I have, you know, I've been around in the comedy scene, whether it was through a group or independently. However, with radio taking over my life,
Yeah.
it was hard to make sure that comedy will make me the money I
I
want.
wanted, yeah, of course. That's why you are the best person to talk about when it comes to entertainment industry here in
Yeah?
Oman, actually, yeah. From maybe, let's say, 5 years ago after the pandemic to where it is now, what do you see, like, the entertainment industry where it's going? Is it promising? It's just skyrocketing?
It is
It's
blossoming like
blossoming,
it's no
actually,
one's
yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Everybody's a singer-songwriter, and everybody's trying out comedy. Maybe not everybody, but most singer-songwriters. A lot of people are getting into the entertainment world, bringing artists here in Oman
Yeah, I've seen
to
it.
perform concerts. The art scene is absolutely blossoming as well. Painters, sculptors, and so many
So many
creatives,
creatives, yeah.
authors as well.
Yeah, I've
I've
seen one.
interviewed so many Omani authors,
Authors, yeah.
amazing, and other non-Omani authors that are
Many
based
authors.
here in
In
Oman
Oman,
as
yeah.
well. So I've been surrounded by creatives, and people are releasing more books than ever, more songs than ever, more podcasts and shows
And
than
shows,
ever.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's
It's
blossoming,
blossoming, actually. Yeah, I've seen it.
and
Yeah, this,
I think that things are becoming a bit more digestible, not like
Digestible.
how it used to be.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a stigma about being online and showing your face.
Yeah.
There
Now
was a bit of a
people
stigma.
are open now.
Yeah, people are like, well, as long as she represents, the right values, and she's not really going against,
The norms
against the public values,
Yes.
then that should be it. Everything else is freedom of choice,
It's a
really.
freedom of
Just,
choice, yeah.
just leave politics and religion out of it.
Out of it,
And then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
about it. The world
It's
is your
about
oyster.
entertainment, yeah. You joining media, it's been 5 years and more. So what has it changed to you as a person? Where did you see it before and where do you see it now? Like,
I see more
the impact it had
Omani.
on
I see
you.
more Omani presenters and broadcasters popping
Yeah.
up. Shout out to all the ladies.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to all the lady presenters that I've been seeing popping up on my timeline,
Yeah.
and we're having more newsreaders and more Omani talents coming to the forefront anyway. And I think it will continue. I think the new fresh faces come with a new perspective, come with a new style, come with fresh talent, and come with a lot less to lose.
Yeah.
A lot less to
yeah.
lose. And I love that because they're so young. Because they're so young.
They're
They're,
fresh, they have new
25 and
ideas,
lower.
yeah.
They're below 30, most of them. And I'm happy to see that.
See that, yeah.
Because I know nothing can hold them back. Like what? They'll fail.
And shout
But
out to
that's
you,
it.
to their big sisters in the game who are giving them the platform. Actually, I do follow you on Aman FM
Yeah.
and other shows. I see you inviting talents there to
Yes.
just boost them. And there's, I think Oman is too big, and you're covering from Nizwa, from Sahar, and here in Muscat. So
Yeah.
all talents are covered.
Yeah. I
shout
mean,
out,
I try as much as possible. One of the things that we do on our station, like one of our values, the things that we aim to do in terms of creating content, is to highlight local Omani artists. So this is actually a part of the job description. So shout out to Amara Fam.
Definitely, yeah. Shout out to them for giving me the platforms. So about stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Are you preparing something soon or
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Unless, no, not anytime
Not
soon.
any-
It's a lot of work
Yeah.
for
takes a lot
very
of
little
time.
reward. That's one. Two, that's not the only reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
money is a big factor because I'm a responsible person financially. I
Yes.
take care of other people too.
Oh, definitely.
So I have something to lose. Right? I have
Definitely,
something to
yes.
lose. So I think, yes, it wasn't as lucrative, but the truth is, there's something about writing comedy. I'm a writer.
You're right.
And I write these sets, I write these punchlines. And I write, how I'm going to come through and present the punchline at the end of the day. And it's, how they say humor can heal all sometimes?
Yep.
And they say that, when you give people an exaggerated truth and make them laugh, they can digest it a little bit more.
Yeah, a lot.
They can
just
digest
see
it a
that
little bit more.
themselves and,
And
they don't feel attacked.
comedy is a way, yes, comedy is a way to digest the truth a little bit. It's an exaggerated version of the truth.
Yeah.
So you'll be like, ha, 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 that's funny. Okay, but you're onto
but,
something.
yeah,
I kind of see your point.
The message, was given.
Yeah, so mostly it was very personal. Like writing comedy was very personal. So most of the content was about me. and my life and what I go through. And it was a way for me it was a coping mechanism. I throw a punchline when I'm stressed, when I'm trying to not feel something. And that became a bit of a coping mechanism.
Coping mechanism.
So writing comedy at some point became something unhealthy for me.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Because when I distract myself, from feeling the truth,
The truth, yeah.
I'm just sitting there aware of the truth and not feeling, not processing, not going through it. I forget. I forget to feel.
Yes.
I forget to feel. And that's not a good thing.
And doesn't go anywhere. It's just there.
There is somewhere
Keeps
there in my
stacking up,
subconscious.
yeah.
It'll come one day
One
when
day, You
when something
least
silly
expected it.
happens.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
least expect it, like I'll run out of eyeliner in the morning, and all of a sudden I'm causing a tantrum.
Yeah. I used to take one of my friends that he was like, why are you always with the earphones in your head? And when you're not talking to people, I was like, I have a lot of things I want to escape from. And I was like, eventually you're going to face them. So you better just face them when they are still, less, But yeah, tell me about your experience in media when starting up.
Yeah.
It was like starting anything else. It's just you feel dumb.
Maybe a lot of people don't know this about me, but Amman FM is not the first radio station I worked for. I worked for another radio station before, and it didn't work out. I think it just wasn't meant to be, and I had to be released from my contract.
Sure.
So moving on to Amman FM, which I was already training at the ministry, even while landing this job.
Oh, great.
So I had training at the ministry after the demo. Remember the demo?
Yes.
Yeah, so after the demo, I managed to get some training. So I was there in training at the ministry for like maybe 7 to 8 months. And then that's when I was working for another radio station. After being released from that contract, Amman FM was already ready for me because I was already training at the ministry anyway. So I was happy to see that the job was still there.
Yeah.
And it never really flew away.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went on air, you wouldn't imagine that the same sound you sound today with that person that day on the I had a complete nervous breakdown. And don't get me wrong, I would remember sitting at a meeting and our bosses are like, okay, who's ready to go live? And I'm just there like, nee, I was not ready to go live. I was not ready to go live at all. But I did it anyway because I know you kind of have to throw yourself into the deep end in order for you to learn how to swim. So that's what I did. I jumped onto the deep end and I was like, you know what?
I'm going.
Let me try and swim through. And I got a nervous breakdown. But I have a great team. We have a great team at Amman FM. So everybody was supportive. And I managed to tell people how I feel, tell my bosses how I feel. And the moment I felt just a little bit of support, there was no stopping me there.
All right. I remember the first time I went to the microphone. It was terrible. It was terrible. I just didn't know what to do. We kept on doing it again, over and over again. And now here I am. So when you came into the media industry, the number of women who were in the media and today, there is a growth in it, and or maybe you were the first one.
I think that no, I was not the first one. There were a lot of women in media. Yes, there's so the thing is,
because the genre you are into is, I don't think I've ever seen anyone else like this.
I think
English.
I'm a little. No, there are some presenters that do it in English, female presenters. Wow. We have some at our station. We have some in other stations as well, both Omani and non-Omani. We have, almost every radio station I know, minus one, that's fairly a recent one. But the big three, you could say, all have female presenters. I don't know if people know this, maybe you might know this or not, but 70% of our audiences are men.
Are women?
Are men.
Are men.
It makes sense to hire a female presenter.
Okay.
It actually makes sense.
I get
Even though, yes, it's great to have a male presenter, and mostly it is like you think it's male dominated, but women are just as fly, and they've been doing it. They've been you got like Women in Radio. It's an international organization of just women from across the world connecting women, connecting most women that are in radio, and looking at the GCC as well. There are women in almost a lot of these stations.
Coming up, So, how's your niece?
She's 9.
She's 9.
and she has all my attitude.
I know you are the kind of auntie who has to give her, you teach her how to make herself makeup or do her hair and
Actually,
stuff.
no.
Yeah.
All I do is take her out and lose all my money
Oh my god.
because I have no ability to say no to her. I
Yeah.
will say no to anything, anyone, in any corner. I'm able to say no. But to my niece, she'll be like,
There's
hello, can
no
I?
answer.
I'm like, of course you can. So just take the wallet and then
Yeah.
like come back when you run out, you know?
Then-
But
all
yeah,
right.
my niece is
So
amazing.
how do you?
You know, it's funny that you asked that because like a couple of feelings just come through.
Oh yeah.
My niece brings out my soft side. She kind of like reminds me that I could be subtle, I could be slow, that things could, things could have a different energy.
You
She
see the
brings
younger
that
self
out
in
of me.
her. You see the younger self in her.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yes, but most times I think it's her and the blessing that kids come with.
Come with yeah.
Kids really do soften you.
Absolutely.
Like they,
Yeah.
they toughen you up, they make you tired, right? But they really do soften you. Like you could be the wildest of all wild. Okay, and that doesn't happen to everybody, but you could
Yeah.
be super, super wild, super loud, and then your kid comes through and it's like, Papa, Mama. And your whole demeanor just completely shifts.
Shuts down and
Let
it
alone,
resets.
let alone having a niece. You know, she's the only niece.
Oh, she's the only one you
Yeah,
have.
she's my only niece.
Okay,
So,
okay.
she's the only grandchild as well. So she gets all
She
the
gets
attention.
all the love,
She gets all
from
the
the
attention.
family.
Yes.
Yeah. So, let's talk a little bit about female empowerment.
Yeah.
Women empowerment. I just want to tell you, I always wanted to be a presenter. Okay, I always wanted to be a presenter. I just wish one day I can get to be a presenter. I can run the show, And talking about that, have you ever got like some young girls telling you, "Hey, Asma, how do you do this? How can I break through into the industry? I'm shy. I'm this."
I do. Usually they do come to me for advice,
Yes.
but it's more to connect as well. So they introduce themselves, they slide to the DM, they introduce themselves. I've spoken to a couple, some of them did manage to eventually, work at the ministry. Some ended up getting training at the ministry. And yes, that's kind of these opportunities, specifically where our station is at, are solely reserved for Imanis, whether men or women.
Yeah.
So that could be like that. Sometimes that does happen where I do meet, a resident who's not Imani but based here in Muscat or based in Oman that would approach me, and I'll have to go like, if I'm gonna be fully honest, like I need to
Yeah.
give you a heads up. But if you'd like any more advice, I'm more than happy to help. There's this, and that you can do. To me, anyone starting off in broadcasting,
Yes.
I would advise to do two things. Just two things mostly. Like there's like once you have these two things, there's a lot of things that become easier. Listen to other presenters.
Listen to what they
money as much radio as you can, and take your time learning. Take your time learning about the craft,
Yeah.
and then you got to keep trying. So you got to
Give it a
simultaneously keep listening and then keep trying. And as you're trying, make sure that you're also listening to yourself. Nothing improved my broadcasting skills like listening to the recording of my own show.
Your own show. Oh, I hate listening to myself. Actually.
You have to. It's so weird and so
Yeah,
bizarre
it's
and so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like that's the time when you're like, maybe AI should do this. But it is annoying. I don't like listening to my own voice. I really don't.
But you have to
unless
do
I'm
it.
just singing. But other than that, I don't like listening to my own voice. However, I had to get over it.
Yes.
I had to get over it.
mistakes.
It's not. It's just. No, yeah.
Have you ever tried singing?
Yeah, I do.
If you're a good writer, of course, you must.
Yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah.
You write
I've written
some
songs.
Yeah.
I've have a cover out right now. A cover of the song Seven Nation Army. It's out on YouTube if you want to ever give it a listen.
Okay,
So we
I'm
do
gonna
have
give it a
that. I
shot.
collaborated with a Mani pianist. His name is Saif Al-Habsi. So we managed to, he played the piano. I did the vocals. I rearranged it a little bit, and it's out there on YouTube. And I've got some more music that I'm working on currently. But I'm
Great.
hoping on writing music a lot more than I'm hoping on
On
performing it.
performing them.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not getting any younger. I don't know if I.
I'll have to listen to ones.
Yeah.
I knew you kind of look like you're singing. I see you some videos in studio,
Yeah.
but I've never just came to actual, song you have made, and I'll go see it up,
And like,
Nah.
check out the cover. Check out the cover. I can give you like a bit of an idea of how I sound. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we were still on the topic of women empowerment.
Yes.
We have seen, so as you said before, there are coming up new creators, and we are trying to. There are now the industry is blooming now. So sometimes we see the wrong side. They're trying to say, "Oh, you have to get to be empowered. You have to get your freedom, your rights," and it's just like taking the Western values, putting on to them as betrayed as empowering you yourself.
Yeah.
Going beyond your culture, going beyond your norms. And how do you tell? What's your opinion, and what do you advise to the young Omani women out there who are trying to break in the industry, but being empowered, but preserving the norms and their own values?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm going to like stray away from the ideology and the term of things.
Yeah.
We are who we are.
Yeah.
And our values are our values. What made us can't escape us.
Definitely.
It doesn't matter how much Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon you watch.
Yeah.
A lot of these ideologies they're not bad inherently.
Yes.
I wouldn't say that, they're good or bad, but I'll emphasize on it not being bad. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say that there's also a market where these ideologies flow through. There's always capitalism too.
Yeah.
So we need to just be careful. And that is not just towards women, but towards men as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think we're all, like
We are
both
on
men
to
and
the
women,
same
we're
boat,
all
yeah,
victims
yeah,
of
yeah,
capitalism.
definitely, yeah.
We all are, and we need to pace ourselves a little bit. So remember who you are, because who you are and what made you is not going to escape you. So go back to that and find the version that suits you the best.
Definitely,
Because
yeah.
what you think about life and what life means to you has to be custom to you.
To you, definitely.
Something that suits you. The things that you do in your life are the best for you or the worst for you.
Yeah.
But they're custom made for you. Like even when you go to any mental health professional, right? And I'm not.
Yeah.
Full disclaimer, I'm
She's
not.
not of it.
Right?
Yeah.
But you go to any professional, a counselor, right? I'm sure that they could agree that they don't solve each and every problem the same way.
They
The
can't,
people are going to come with different sets of problems. Treating them might be even different. So there's always, what's best for this individual. So I'd say look inwards. You start with you start with inwards. Try to stay true to whatever it is that you've already experienced, because that's not going to escape you, no matter what you do.
Definitely, yeah.
And the more you adapt to something that isn't necessarily aligned with you, even if you think it's right.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, even if
It
you think
ruins
it's
you.
right. And if you do something like that, it will come off as fake.
Definitely, yeah.
It will come off as fake. And it will ruin your own perception of what life really is.
Yeah.
Because you could see this whole, okay, women deserve more rights. Let's just say, for example. This is such a big statement.
Yeah.
Do I agree? Yes, I'm a human being. Of course I agree.
course, yeah.
Of course I agree that women deserve more rights. But you, the individual sitting at home right now, as someone who's Iranian,
Yeah.
right? With the privilege that we have as women in this
In the
country,
country,
we're
yeah.
different here. And we need to be okay about that. We need to acknowledge that, put that as parts of our ideologies and
what's
how
right
we
for you.
observe,
Yeah.
and what we decide to observe.
Yes.
Like, yes, take the knowledge, but figure out where you stand in all of this, because there's a lot of privilege where we live.
Definitely.
Alhamdulillah.
A lot
so,
of
so
them.
much privilege,
a lot of
and that
them.
isn't the case for everyone here. I don't
True,
want to be from one point of POV, but I can be from mine. I'm very privileged.
Definitely.
And I'm talking about the simple privilege that we honestly take for granted sometimes. Not worrying where our next meal is coming from.
Yeah.
Not worrying where are we going to sleep. Being able to hug a loved one.
Yeah.
Not worry about your general safety. And women have their own thing when it comes to safety, right?
Yeah, yeah, they have their
We are
own
a bit
things
more
and
wary.
different. Yeah,
We're definitely a lot more, intimidated.
intimidated. Yeah,
We're intimidated, and it's
they're
for,
preyed
for,
on
for good
most
reason.
of them.
And it's for good reason. But other than that, we're so privileged. So when you look at these ideas, that was also used by capitalism, so that it's now poison instead of it being something good.
Something good, yeah, beneficial.
Right? You need to look at yourself and see what is it that you do have
Yeah,
and cherish that for a moment. And that could be a grounding experience for you to be in the present.
to see where you're navigating through later
Exactly. Instead of looking at the things that you don't have yet.
on.
And I'm saying this just as an outside, as
Yeah.
just a general idea. That's kind of how you need to look at things. And that in no way means you shouldn't stand up for your right.
No.
You should, as our religion preaches that. We have to stand up for our rights.
All right.
So if your rights are being taken away from you, yes, go ahead, speak up.
Pick up, yeah.
Women spoke to the Prophet
Definitely.
directly about issues that they have. Women are the, I don't know, man. I feel like women are so open as creatures. We're so open emotionally.
Yeah.
It makes us also open intellectually without
yeah.
even needing the training. Our mothers, they may be, sometimes our mothers are aunties, the big women in our lives. They don't always come with, and again, I'm a millennial, right? So I am way into my mid-30s, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm talking about our mamas, our aunties. Not all of them finished their education.
No. It was
Right?
tough back
Not a
then.
lot of them, know as much as we know. They don't understand, all these terms and then the importance of mental health and all of that. They pray 5 times a day and call it a day.
Yes.
That's about it. And that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
in its own way grounding. But I have learned more about feminism from my mother without her ever needing to ever say the word at all.
I thought, yeah, definitely.
She was like, this is my right, therefore I will fight for it. It's as simple as that.
As that, yeah.
And nobody could stop her.
Nope.
Nobody could stop her. We live in a country that protects women.
Women, definitely.
So even if you don't feel protected where you are, there are laws. There's laws in religion. There's laws within the government.
the government,
and it all
yeah.
goes for women.
So, when I've heard some stories, maybe where in Hollywood somewhere, they say, "Oh, I went into this. I wanted fame. I wanted to pursue my career, but they exploited me to this, to that." So, for the young women out there, the creators who are coming up now. So, what are these challenges you can face in this industry as a young girl coming up now?
What a topic.
You know?
What a
Yeah,
question.
because
Obi,
yeah.
you're trying to get me in trouble,
No,
Obi.
because for example, in back at home,
Yeah.
I've heard some creators. They come up, they say, "Oh, some contracts were, maybe they wanted to advertise for a certain company, and I wanted these, and they exploited me. I didn't know what to do, Because sometimes, I see this a lot. The values of a society sometimes are laid towards girls, like, oh, but what about the boys? What about the men? So if you are going into industry, how do you preserve your values, your norms, but yet still,
See, the thing is, to be optimistic
Yeah.
and about women navigating the
True.
world of media
Yeah,
is so much better for
Definitely,
my own
yeah.
sanity. And I really don't want to look at it that way. Not because it doesn't exist, but because I want to feel better about my day.
about
I want to feel better. I want to go to work and do the things that I love to do. And I don't want to operate out of fear.
definitely.
I really don't. But that does not mean that I don't fully protect myself.
Yep.
I do. And every woman should protect herself.
Protect themselves.
That's
yeah.
just the way it is. I don't want to say that because I don't want that to be the general concept of things.
No, yeah.
Especially that I don't have the right statistics and all of that, and I don't know every woman's experience here in media. But I've heard of stories that could have been exploitative. I've heard of stories that these things do happen. They do happen, and they even happen here. They do. Maybe not necessarily to me, but I have heard stories through other women where men, some of these men, right, in these positions, feel the freedom to say what they want to say to this girl, right? And tell her what it is. And even if we don't have that, like put that to the side. Let's say you walk into the work, it's all, safe, and no predator has the nerves to do something for you that day. That's great. That's a blessing. But it's so sad to say it.
Definitely.
It's sad for me to say it this way and to frame it this way. However, there's always other threats. Women in media have to be online.
Yeah.
Women in media have to be online.
We
have to look a certain way. We have to, how can I put this? Carry the illusion that we care.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yes.
We really do. We have to carry the illusion that we care. Like, I have a full face of makeup right now. Right? I have a nice little new abaya. This is fairly new, huh?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got shiny shoes on. We have to show you that we care. And when we do show you that we care, you take us a bit more seriously. And that's the public in general. So when you are online, there's a whole new wave of predators.
Yes, you're exposed to all of them. And
all of them. Like, if I would tell you about my experience online, you'll be like, Asma, why do you still do media?
Definitely, yeah, I know.
I've gone through situations.
There's some weird people out there.
I've removed content. There are some weird people. The internet is not real, kids. Okay, the internet is not real. I actually discovered this super recently. That apparently half of the traffic that we see on the internet is just made by bots.
Yeah,
I'm talking 50%.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of them right now.
So a lot of them is there. So the perception is not even real anymore. So the internet is not a real thing. However, it still remains undefeated.
Definitely, yeah.
It still remains undefeated. Predators are out there, and they feel more freedom. Like I know women go through more by being online than men.
Yep.
And this is by simply looking at the women and the men that I know as colleagues in the industry. So it's fairly the people around me who work in the industry that tell me what they face. Because media personalities online, we're not content creators.
Yep.
We try, just to boost the viewership. We try every now and then. And I'm not saying everybody's the same case scenario, but we're not necessarily content creators. Some of them do both. But content creation is its own thing.
It's our own thing on the side.
And that is a complete different, it's a complete different industry. And I could only imagine what they face. Having to consistently put out content, put your face out there, your personality out there, your personal details out there, because you want to share, you want to be relatable, you want people to listen to your message, you want to do good in this world. It is doing good in this world if your aim is to make people happy.
Yeah.
If your aim is to make people laugh, that is you doing good in this world.
Definitely.
If you're sending a positive message of any kind, that is doing good in this world. And sometimes that's all we've got. And that's also okay.
I saw the Miss US 2020. She killed herself over social media comments. She threw herself out of the building. There are people here who are just, negativities. And you have to be mentally tough,
The first time I went viral, one of my videos went viral. I wasn't doing comedy, I wasn't doing anything. I was just simply broadcasting. I was on air. I was filming while I'm on air. And I was just being my regular self with my random punchlines here and there. And they're silly punchlines. So they're not, not anything like that. And the first time I went viral and crossed that 100K views, I freaked out.
Wow.
Completely. This goes against every introverted cell in me.
Definitely, yeah. It was just,
I felt
I
all
didn't
those
need to be like
eyes.
this. Yeah.
All those eyes.
Watching you.
Just watching me. And it was a positive thing, mind you. I didn't yet receive like that. You know, people just thought that the video was sweet and wholesome
Yeah.
and went with it. Some people just laughed at the fact that I was talking a little too fast. So some was like, "You don't have to sound like Eminem."
I mean, you're just not,
And I
you
laughed.
don't have to rap.
I was like, "You think I sound like Eminem?"
Yeah.
I laughed a lot. But it's brutal. I do go through it, but I also learn. I learn kind of what not to do. I also learned that not all of this is real,
Build a
and it
shield.
doesn't reflect. Bad comments don't reflect the public's perception.
Perception, yeah. Because
Just keep that in
there's some
mind.
people like this. In your life, in your career, have you ever have to host someone where you have just an interview with, and it was like this person changed me, or they give you another perspective of life or something?
I have one name in mind.
Yeah.
Two, actually, but let's start with one. I think one of the most important interviews I've ever done. And if I could do around two of that, like Hatem Abdeslam.
Yeah.
Hatem Abdeslam.
Wow.
Incredible human.
Yes.
Huge shout
I
out to
know
you.
him. Shout out to
We got to sit down and have a conversation. And this was after me being absolutely fed up from the online bullying.
Bullying, yeah.
You know what I mean? People
I
talking
saw
about
that one.
whether people are talking, whether I was covered or not, doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, they look at you, they go like, "Are you even Omani?" You know,
Yeah.
and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets more vicious, more, and I can sue.
Yes.
So I almost did.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can sue, and then you reach to that place where you're like, are you even a real Riyami? I'm like, do you have any idea how insulting it is
That
to
is,
say something like that to someone in a place this tribal? It's so people will insult you,
Yeah.
even if you're not doing anything wrong.
Actually, so even your colleague had the same experiences. Is he Ahmed, the one with who's a rapper?
Ahmed Zahabi,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw him also, and I watched your interview with Abdeslam also.
Yes.
And it looks like something really huge here.
Yeah. We talked about racism, and to me, I really thought about it. I looked at all of this, and I was like, what's the problem here? And I saw that the problem had nothing to do with what I'm doing. People were just being racist. So I was like, what can I do? Sue everyone?
No, yes.
I mean, I can't do that, right? Successfully.
The public has to
However,
learn.
isn't it better for me to create a message to say that this is not okay? And don't do that because you might find out.
Yeah,
You might just find out.
because it's you. You have a name. Imagine to those who don't have, the reach as yours. So
What do you mean?
I mean, like your media personality, you can say something and then be seen by other people. So there are other people who are facing it.
Yes.
They don't even have anyone to go to. Yeah.
Yes. I'm lucky enough to have the platform.
Yes,
Lucky enough to have the
definitely,
platform to be able to discuss these things. And also, I think I learned how to be tasteful.
Yep.
How to be tasteful about these topics that are a little bit complex. And I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn about what do we say about racism, religiously speaking. What are we saying? And Hatem was the perfect candidate for that conversation.
He
And that
understands
did
this
numbers. That did numbers. The YouTube
Yeah.
video performed beautifully. People from around the world were reaching out and following, and they're like, you know what? We
Yeah.
love this. We relate to this. We understand this. And you have
Yeah.
people here that were like,
Yeah.
good job. Thank you for saying that. And it's all, I had the intention, but it's all Hatem for this one.
Yeah. People are fed up in the world with this. It's something from the 80s, 90s, so it has no space in today's world.
Yeah, but it's also still very well, it's existing because it's an idea.
Yeah, it's an idea.
Like, I think we forget, because racism is not necessarily, it's the idea. It's that ideology behind it.
Yeah.
That this is better than that, and that is better than this. You
like
can
good.
rate someone like that. You can rate someone believing that. So this is an idea that we're trying to combat or kill. Hatem does explain it a little bit better. He
Yeah,
says
it
it's
just goes in
an
depth.
ego issue that people have, that a person will have, where he would consider himself or herself better than somebody else purely because of their skin.
I wish these people could visit Rwanda because we had such a kind of things like this. You know, in 1994, neighbors had to kill each other. You know, just because some Belgium came and told you, hey, you know what? If you have a nose that is formed like this, you have more rights to this land than the one who have a nose like that. If you have many cows, you are better than this guy. And when it went to lead to a tragedy, but now in Rwanda, we don't even know either I'm a this or I'm a that. We're just one Rwandan.
You all exist
So, yeah,
together.
you're
That's
welcome.
beautiful. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
please. Anything.
Please,
I'd
ma'am,
love to
do
go.
visit Rwanda. This is
Yeah,
a
mama,
message
this
from
is
you.
a sign. Let's go to Rwanda.
I'm inviting
Obi's
you to
gonna take
Rwanda.
us. You know.
I'm gonna take care of you. And
so nice.
I saw her. She was making some. Is this a spicy or a sauce? Something? I want to try
My
it.
mom makes-
I'm gonna try it.
Right. I owe you some chili.
Yep. So the second one. So the first one was Hatim. The second one was.
The second one was a comedian, a big comedian.
Yeah.
He was the first person I interviewed with 1 million followers on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I was like, you know what, mama, I made it. I was so happy. His name is Badr Salah. He's a Yemeni Saudi, Saudi Yemeni stand-up comedian. Brilliant. I've known him since he was a YouTuber. I've been a fan of his for the past decade.
Right.
And the fact that I pursued. He is one of the reasons I pursued comedy.
Comedy. Oh wow.
Because I was like, you know what? If Badr could do it, so
why
can
not?
I.
Yeah.
But so it came full circle, full circle fully. The fact that I got to interview him, meet him as a person, very, very lovely. I learned so much from him that day. And one of the most important thing I learned was something I knew, but because I spoke with him, I managed to accept.
Yeah.
Sacrifices are real. You're gonna make them if you want to succeed.
Definitely. Yeah.
You're just gonna have to drop the ball somewhere. You're gonna lose something.
A lot. Yeah.
You're gonna lose something.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's the end. You could still transition in a way where you've already learned everything. And this is for someone who's approaching being a veteran in whatever it is that they want to do. You've already put in all these hours, to sharpen your skill, learn the craft, know what it is to do. Now, instead of working on at some point, like give yourself like a 5-year mark, maybe, depending on your career or field.
Yeah.
When you feel ready, maybe don't focus too much on learning and try to manage what you've got.
Yeah.
No. Like you've learned all of this for 5 years, right? You're in the craft, you're good now. Like somebody in my caliber, for example, right? I'm in my 5th year. Now, I don't want to learn new skills per se. I kind of want to refine what I've got.
You have acquired enough.
I want to manage it in a way that it doesn't burn me out. Still makes me what I want it to make.
Yeah.
And I still get to make people laugh without the need to lose myself in the process.
In the process, yeah.
So managing your hard work becomes important later. Because at the beginning, you have to just kind of like, you just have to hustle. You have to play rough at the beginning.
Sleepless
You need to
nights,
you need to get your hands
Doubting
dirty
yourself, yeah.
at the beginning, and you need to go through all these motions to learn. So let's say you want to become a singer-songwriter, and you're self-taught, learning the basics and skills and practicing. That requires hours. But once you've got there, you think that, okay, now I have something good, something I can work with for a while. Stop managing your hard work.
Start putting into production. Just do. You start from there, and you'll find your what you have acquired.
Yes, you have to. You have to at some point. You cannot lose yourself forever. Lose it for a couple of times, for a while. And once you get what you want, try to refine the hard work. Try to, what is it? They say something, work smart.
Work smarter.
Learn how to transition from working hard to working smart. Once you have it in the bag, you know how to do what you're supposed to do.
So how does Asma set boundaries? Because people nowadays I think we need to learn skills how to
I
set
just say
boundaries.
no. I just say no.
Right in their face.
Yeah.
It's
Why
a,
would I do anything else? Why
it's a
would
hard one, you
I?
know.
I have to preserve my own energy,
Mm.
right? So all I have to do is just find the most professional or
Appropriate
appropriate
way.
way to say no
Mm.
according to the scenario in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and then just proceed with that. So let's say I'm professionally trying to say no. You can just be like, well, dear, Falan, dear so and so, I'm afraid that I might be unavailable for this as I have, commitments to do other things. I got nothing. I'm just saying no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I got other commitments. And it's true, I'm not lying. I got commitments. One of them is resting. One of them is a commitment to myself. I'm
To
not lying.
yourself, yeah,
I'm
yes.
not lying. For example, if it's a friend,
Yeah.
right? Be like, yo, I want to see you. Yes, I can't do it right now. But let's look at this 2 weeks from now. I'll block my calendar for you just specifically. But right now, I'm trying to say no.
Yeah.
So always don't be afraid of saying no. We're very afraid of disappointing other
Other
people.
people, yeah.
We don't want to look a certain way, especially living here in Oman. Obi, how long have you been here in Oman?
Now I'm closing to 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Omanis specifically, the culture here is like, we even have like everything is slow paced and easy and chill.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
our
yeah,
buildings are not that tall.
yeah.
Like everything is telling
It's
us
chill.
to calm down,
Yeah.
right? And to be chill about things. Likability, the factor of likability is very big. People really do work with who they like. So people kind of have to like you.
Too good.
But however, just because people have to like you, that doesn't mean you shouldn't say no. Just find the appropriate sentence for the appropriate time.
No, yeah.
But stay at saying no and don't be afraid. Because if you don't say no, you're paying the price.
You're right, yeah, definitely. I find it hard for me actually sometimes to lay boundaries, I think it's because I don't want to explain a lot to people. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. And then sometimes I feel bad,
Yeah.
I remember one friend of mine, he was just telling me, hey, Obi, can you take me to the airport? I want to grab someone. And I was really tired that day. And I was, driving all the way from Sohar to the airport, coming back, I was like, oh, what is this? Okay. But I just promised him. And I'm still learning about, is it introverts thing or is just not knowing what to do,
I'm not great at parties.
Oh.
Like you put me in a group of people, there's a chance I won't know what to say.
Yeah.
But one-on-one conversations are so much easier. That's why radio is so amazing. I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, you're just talking
per
to
se.
the mic.
Yeah, I'm just talking to the mic, so it's a complete different experience. Even on stage, I don't really talk to anyone.
Oh.
Got like 3 people that I'm looking at, and I kind of showcase the illusion that I'm looking at the crowd when I'm actually not. And also, I don't hear anything back.
Wow.
Nobody's really debating you when you're on stage, So you're not really having much of a conversation. But you said something super interesting. You don't want to disappoint anyone.
Yep.
That's why you don't want to say no that easily. But instead of you disappointing anyone, what if this was the perspective? You're going to say no, but you're going to solve the issue that no is going to cause. So be like, no, I can't do this today.
Yes.
But 10 days from now, I'll make it up to you. So say no and just fix the problem. Give them, say a no with a solution, because it's really important for you to be able to say no. A lot of this Thai, this is something I'm learning. That creating your boundaries is tied down to how much you respect yourself. And when you honor yourself, you have that self-respect, your boundaries kind of become a bit easier to navigate. And how can I put this? I know it's a little bit harsh to say, but bear with me. Bear with me a little bit. We like ourselves, but we like other people more, and we like what people think of us more. So when I say that, I'm not saying, okay, somebody isn't able to respecting themselves or something. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that you now are not prioritizing yourself. You're putting somebody else's likability ahead of time. And the truth is, if you said no and you didn't go pick up your friend, guess what? an earthquake is not going to come through.
It's not
right?
gonna happen,
These
yeah.
two big mountains that are surrounding Muscat are not going to crash. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I get it.
Nobody's going to like, your friend isn't going to die from Ebola the next
No.
day, God forbid. But you know what I mean? Nothing will happen if you say no. So what I'm trying to say is that because you prefer that, you have to remember that you could come. You could come through as a priority. And keep that alive.
Yeah.
Focus on liking you,
First.
loving you, being okay with you, and wanting to protect you.
Definitely.
No should be easier said than done. A lot of these
It's
things
hard,
are habits. Who we are is not something we're born with. Okay, you're not gonna be out there
just
trying to
learn
discover
everything.
myself. That's not it. You're
It's not
already
gonna
here.
happen.
There's
You're
nothing to
already here.
discover. You're
Yep.
here, right?
You start
Learn to
from
work
there.
with yourself, not against it. You are a wonderful man. You sound like it. You sound like a wonderful man.
much appreciated.
Work with yourself, not against it. If you're an introvert, so be it. Do the best thing an introvert can do.
I just like to stay in my room on my computer.
Then do that and make that something that bores you enough to create something
Yeah.
that, if not benefits someone around you, then benefits you.
So, what is a day off feels like you? Just when you have no plans, you're just at home. What are you doing the most?
I get to read and write something I want to write instead of writing something I gotta, perform.
Oh, okay.
I get to write something I want to write. I get to work on my music a little bit. I get to spend some time with family. And then I spend some time with friends, just those, the close-knit circle that I've got going on. That's what I usually do for my downtime.
Wow. Have you ever visited a place and had experience that stuck with you? I saw you updating about Bangkok.
Yeah. I remember my first trip to London, and I realized something, that I smile too much.
Oh, okay.
Being in Europe,
Yeah.
smiling as much as I do,
Okay.
is not natural.
Yeah.
It's not natural at all.
You were smiling other way.
And that taught me something. That taught me that I've had a mask on for a very long time.
Okay.
And I've also, and because I kept that mask because I personally struggled with self-value, self-worth, and even self-respect. We all go through it.
Yeah.
Each and every person out there living, listening to us right now has gone through one of these, has gone through a moment
Absolutely.
where they didn't give themselves the love, the respect, the
Respect,
priority.
dignity.
We've all done it.
Oh, it's happening.
Like,
A
to
lot.
everyone. So learning to navigate that is the important part. So I've learned that I can put the mask down just because you have to be likable here. That doesn't mean the world is the same.
It's the same, yeah.
The world is a complete different thing.
You go
The
to a
world
place-
actually does not need you to have a mask on. I came back here and now I'm taking it off slowly as the days go by. I say the truth that I want to say without feeling the need to filter it.
Yeah.
Even if it shakes the person next to me, I'm like, we'll come back to it. I know it's a lot now, but
You're gonna
bear
heal,
with
you're
me. I
gonna
got you. I'm not going to let you slide without holding your hand.
Yeah.
I'll always be as supportive as I can, but I'm not going to stray away from something I am sure is right or factual. If I see potential in you, and I could see it clear as day, if I see a clear pattern, I will say it,
Yep.
especially if you ask my opinion.
You would just.
I will say
you better be ready to hear it. She
Yes,
asked you
and
for
I mean,
opinion.
if you asked for it, you are ready to hear it, but that's not always the case scenario. It's never we think we go like, oh, we want the perfect husband, we want the perfect wife. Okay, fine, when this perfect husband, are you even ready for that?
For that, what they have.
Are you even ready to perceive someone in the standard that you, quote unquote, are setting? It always starts with you.
I can't imagine telling my friend that.
You don't have to, but just be like, listen,
But
it's
it's
been
the
a
most
really long
important
day.
thing, you just can't
No.
be like a fairy, just lying to them, and you gotta have to tell them a little bit of the truth.
Of course you're going to tell them the truth. I'm not encouraging lying.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging being appropriate so that you're not bailing on someone. Also, promising somebody to meet them and you messing up and not calculating the
The
time
time, yeah.
to meet them, you've made that schedule. So
It's on you.
it's not much of a boundary to say yes or no. It's not setting a boundary when you have made this appointment. I don't know if that makes sense.
I do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you made this appointment, but having boundaries is still important. You still need to be able to say no, or else you'll overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it when we were trying to schedule the interview.
I was part
I
of
like
it.
the way you were in touch with me, actually. Yeah,
Really?
updating me every
Okay.
time. Yeah, that was great, actually. Yeah.
Because things are gonna happen, and we need to be able to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
The traffic
I know this is not great,
Yeah.
but I'm predicting that at this hour there's gonna be traffic. I did not calculate this right."
Yes, yeah. Owning your own mistakes is also another skill, actually. People just, some people find it hard to own their mistake. They just want to say, oh, the traffic came up, I was feeling a headache,
That's why I said I did not calculate this.
I did, yeah.
I said this to him verbatim. I'm like, I did not do this right. I messed up here.
So, emceeing is, do you have to prepare something? Do you have to, what does it take, as a skill to go in front of people?
Well, you need to be able to read
To read, yeah.
the language that you're about to read. So you need to be able to read.
Okay.
And you need to have some sense of presence and some public speaking skills.
Wow, yeah.
And you should be fine. MCing is the easiest thing I've ever done.
Really?
Out of broadcasting. Comedy is the hardest. Doing stand-up comedy is the hardest.
It's hardest, yeah.
The hardest to pull off is stand-up comedy, but then comes everything else. And on the bottom line is MCing.
Because I see it, you have the whole event, how it will go, but the way you navigate it, maybe you have time.
Yeah.
I think it's, to me, when I think of it, I think it's, it kind of feel like it can be intimidating, that's time,
Yeah.
How it is going to go, how am I going to manage this time, and how do I keep the audience?
Yeah.
You have to study the audience, I guess,
Yeah.
These people are from here, they're from this, they are mixed cultures, and how you keep them, attentive to the event. I think it's a great skill, actually, yeah.
I have all that anxiety before I go on stage.
Yeah.
Everything you've just mentioned, I feel all that anxiety before I go on stage. I actually do every time I step on any stage. But it's good anxiety.
Yeah.
It's the anxiety that kind of pushes you to be prepared, pushes you to learn. Okay, so what am I scared of right now? I'm scared of how I'm going to connect to the people. Okay, so how do I solve it? If your mind can go there, your anxiety could be kept on ease. And if anything, it works for you, not against you in this case.
In this case, yeah.
Because it pushes you to solve all these issues that you've got. And when you can solve them, the anxiety becomes a good push.
Definitely, yeah. So what are the plans to the near future? You have some projects you're working on you would like to...
I hope on limiting my footprint online.
Oh, okay.
I've become less passionate about being visible, per se. I love the presenting of it all. I love the messages that I present. I love my purpose, because I present with a purpose. I do. It's important to me. It makes me go on days where I don't feel like going on.
Yeah.
So I do have a very deeply embedded purpose for why I broadcast or why I create anything, really. So I do love doing that.
I really want to take this moment and ask you a question. The way you perceive yourself as a human being, for example, as me, to the age I am right now, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. Okay, I should be better than this. Even though I seem to do all of the things I think I'm capable of doing. I'm trying to motivate myself. I'm trying to be update, but yet there's a feeling inside you like, oh, you can do better than this. Is this all you got in you? I mean, and it's just self-doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Do you have the same feeling? Does that
Self
relate to you?
doubt, yeah, self doubt is inevitable. I think
Mm.
we all feel it at some point, and I have felt it. I don't think it ever stopped, but I managed to reason my way out of it a little bit. Like, Obi, you just told me you're in your late 20s,
I'm in my late
right?
20s,
So
yeah.
28, 29.
Yeah.
Um, you've only lived this long, right? And I think something that we do to ourselves a lot is that we compare ourselves to what we think we can be or to who we think we can be. So if you have an idea of who you want to be, and you as an Obi, who do you actually want to be?
When I picture myself, I feel like uh, I just have, when I was in school, I used to perform well, thinking like in my mid 20s, I'll be in college, finishing college, I'd have a job, I'll be here, I'll take care of my family. And then when I look at myself at today, am I just the kind of person my siblings would take as their role model, as someone showing the way? So, and I think maybe the society,
Yeah.
I see some 29, 28 years old, what they're doing, what they have achieved, and I was like, okay, man, I'm just left behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then here I am. I dropped out of my college degree. I was
You
supposed to
dropped
be
out of college?
yeah.
Okay.
I dropped out of the college like 2 years ago. I was pursuing, computer science, University of Michigan, and then let's not talk about even dropping off because say materialistically or achievement. I'm not in a field where I think I belong to, honestly. I feel I can do
And
better.
then go to where you belong and create the thing that you want. And just because you are creating the thing that you want to do, because your habits are gonna make who you are.
Yeah.
We just said there's no self-discovery. We're already here. You don't need to discover it. But we do definitely need to have two things: internal awareness and external awareness. We need to be aware of ourselves, and we need to also be aware of the people around us. And for someone that is constantly in media, I have no room for self-doubt. I have a job to do. When you're in that position, motivated or not, you gotta do it.
There's no room for mistake.
And the problem is that's the thing. We all make mistakes. Even the best of all best presenters that I've known, some of the greatest MCs, still mess up. Still mess up. The thing is not messing up because we're gonna make mistakes. So being scared of making a mistake doesn't make any sense if you know it's gonna happen anyway.
Dr. Ayesh, is it Ayesh?
Yeah?
I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly.
Maybe.
I do. She's also, I think, your colleague. I
Okay.
follow her a lot. And she was once teaching people how to connect with your inner self,
Yes.
with your self-doubt.
Yes.
Just pause a little bit, breathe, and see, maybe you're not that bad, actually. And I tried. And look, here we are. I'm making the podcast after 1 year. I stopped after Chase's interview, and I was like, it has been hurting me for a long time. Why did I stop? I have dreamed of doing podcast. Why? What's missing? And then I started, collecting some money, doing research, and here we are. But still, I still think, I could have done better. So
You're not. I know that's what you think, but it's not real. Our brains are very good at, driving us insane. But it's not true. You're definitely not behind. To each their own timeline. But I want you to reason yourself out of it because you are not going to be able to achieve anything that you want to achieve. And mark my words, without making mistakes.
definitely. Have you ever had a time when you were feeling like you were not enough, or you just
Of
not gonna
course, I
make
feel
it?
that all the time. Of course, I do. I've, I've felt it, But I also know that there is so many other things. It's about being in the present and learning to just kind of ground yourself a little bit. That you've got things that you have already achieved. So when you go through self-doubt, you could think, okay, haven't achieved enough. Go through the things that you have achieved instead. And look at that. Guess what you achieved? A second round of your podcast. That's an achievement. So what do you want to do? Self-doubt or celebrate this achievement?
Oh, of course, we must
There you
pop
go.
champagnes.
There you go. You're saying that you might be behind culture-wise, right? And you haven't gotten married yet. That's a story you've had. I've heard you say
Yes,
this.
I haven't.
And you feel like, okay, you're still, Arab communities, African communities, we're super intertwined. And I know for a fact that we have these same ideas that we're supposed to get the job, finish college, get married, and have the babies, and then watch the grandbabies, and it's all about the babies. It's all about the babies, but that has nothing to do with the reality of our days today.
It has changed.
It's not as easy. Making money is possible, but life is not keeping up. Life is not keeping up. You could make 500 riyals today and 500 riyals 20 years ago. And I tell you, that one with 500 riyals 2 decades ago is a rich man. Somebody with 500 riyals a month today is barely making it. So the opportunities aren't the same. It doesn't make any sense for you to feel like you're behind. This is factually. I'm not saying that you don't make any sense. I'm just saying in terms of fact.
For everyone in there who doubt themselves.
So when you're feeling self-doubt, look at the things that you do have. So if it was achievement, look at what you have achieved. Don't be scared of making mistakes because mistakes are necessary if you want to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. It's your attitude towards the mistake is what's going to make it or break it. When you make a mistake, are you going to sit down and be like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I messed up so much. Oh my God, I messed up so much. I'm not going to do this again. You know what? Cancel podcast. Call me again in a year. Or you're going to be like, oops, let's see what mistakes that I made right now. What can I learn from this experience and how can I move forward? It's a little logical, easier said than done because emotions are real.
I think we are held back by what are they going to say? In this day and age, I think maybe it's because I grew up, I don't know, but I used to care about what I just didn't want to be different from my friends or the people around me. There's one guy who was telling me, you have
to be different.
Even families, they kind of disown you when you become a little bit different from them. If you start making more money than your family members, they say, so you think you're smarter than that because you're proving them that you could have made some money. And so even your friends, when they see you, you're just going out of their way.
But
you feel uncomfortable.
But what's funny is that as you change through life, just the people around you that aren't changing won't fit this new change. This is normal.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna gain some new ones. You're gonna be some indifferences between when it comes to family, but family always comes around. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
They always come around. They might have that initial shock. Oh, okay, he made it.
Yeah.
Right. But it is less about you and more projecting. When our family, our parents had kids, they were just sacrificing.
Oh, yeah.
There was no time for them. And they don't have that understanding that, they were projecting a feeling. They don't know that, But the thing is, they really just sacrificed. And they think that's the only thing that they could do. So now they're looking at all the time that, what if I didn't make all these sacrifices? What if I never had, Asma? What is it that I would have done?
Yeah.
And instead of dealing with that feeling, they look at you and be like, why are you achieving? This is one way to look at it. And you know your scenario a lot better than I do. So you find it, but mistakes are necessary. You have to make them. And you need to have a good attitude. Not a positive one. Not necessarily a bad one or a negative one. Just have the kind of attitude that goes like, oops.
Not dwelling to
what
that
can
mistake.
I learn from this scenario and how can I move forward? That's it. Don't dwell in it too much. That's what I would say. Don't dwell in making your mistakes. If anything, get excited to make mistakes. Be like, you know what? I'm excited to go through my day today. I want to make as many mistakes as possible.
Just try, because if you're not making mistake, you're not trying anything, you know.
Yeah, and you're never gonna learn. You're never gonna learn. You're never gonna grow. You're not gonna find that development you're looking for if you're not making mistakes. I'm telling you, some of the best broadcasters I know still make mistakes, and there are people I look up to, and I'm just there like, yes, it's their attitude. Because they'll make a mistake and they'll be like, oops, here's a way to fix it.
Oh, you say that.
And then move on.
It might be the Chris Rock and Will Smith kind of situation.
That was, yes, exactly
that. Guy,
that.
the way he handled that.
Exactly.
That is pure professionalism.
Be the Chris Rock. Be the Chris Rock of every situation. Take that slap and be like, you know what? I'm going to make this the best night ever.
He changed it, and it became a world sensation.
That was probably one of the best comedy moments I've seen in my life.
Yep. So I think the time is up. So let me take this time and thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I've learned a lot. Okay. This went the way I never have thought that this would be. And I mean, this sets the bar high. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. It felt very unnatural.
Yeah.
So, so this was a whole experience for me as well. But I really hope that there is a benefit.
Yeah.
That I could be useful in telling you something.
Definitely.
Because I think that you definitely will be the podcaster that you want to be.
Correct.
But right now, you've achieved so much, and it deserves celebrating. Oh. And other people's opinions don't matter, because when you change as a person and grow, some people won't fit into your new era anymore. Yeah. And that's okay. I wish you all the best. I'm sure you're going to do amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep.
And, apologies if anything came off out of me roughly. But other than that, I wish you a lovely day.
Oh, thank you so much. And the last question, it's just like a question I ask everyone who comes here.
Let's go.
Everyone can go to. The name of the show is VUCAP.
Yeah.
VUCAP, if you are familiar with a little bit of Swahili, to VUCA just stand up, rise up.
Yeah.
And then I added up just to make it not sound more like
it's
that.
It's a very creative name.
So, yeah.
Very creative name.
Thank you so much. Then what makes you wake up every day? Like, you're so excited to wake up. Hey, Asma, wake up, rise up, we're going to do this.
What gets me up in the morning every day is knowing that I can love and be loved right back by simply living this day. Wow. That's the thing that wakes me up. I am never lacking love. 36, I'm married, no babies. And I'm never lacking love. I wake up in the morning, Mama's cooking kerek.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? My niece is jumping, right? And sometimes it's a quiet house, so I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's a quiet house. Do you know what I mean? I can go and do a job I love, right? Living a very privileged life. If I'm hungry, I can go eat. It's that little gratitude that I have every morning, and knowing that no matter what, I've got so much love in my life, and I give it right back. Right. And that just makes me content.
All right, beautiful people, it's me right now, Obi, and we thank Asma for being here.
Thank you.
The writer, a radio presenter, MC, and of course, a loving aunt. So until next time, please do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on our social media platforms. It's VUCAP, or you can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So until next time, thank you so much. I'll see you.